Hello there, how are you all doing? I figured I would try something a little bit new. I figured kind of why not, because it's recent and I had the idea to do so, which is to review the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary of the collector's edition that came out for the Nintendo Switch. So I already opened it, as you can kind of tell from the little top here, but I am still trying to figure out where to put display the contents in the box, most of it, so I'm just kind of keeping it in there for now. But despite that, I'll do like a little pseudo reopening and kind of walk you through most of the contents that come with this box here. So as you can tell, it's a big boy. We got ourselves a nice big girthy boy of a display case here. Very good looking. I just love the look of this box. So here's the back, and as you can tell, the light reflecting off, you see the pixelated dragon in the background with the falchion and binding shield. It's a very nice touch. And as you saw on the front, you have another very nice looking pixelated dragon from the game. And then you've got the katakana title, the background with the English. And then you also have, for some reason, it's both English and French. So, not quite sure why that is. You'd think it'd almost be Spanish or something, but oh well. One little downer when I got my copy is that sometimes it happens, but the little corner here is like dented, so it did not come out perfectly well. And another thing that I'm just really bad at is whenever I'm opening up the boxes, I always bend in the little fold flap thing here. I mean, this isn't too bad, but almost every time, I always wind up bending and folding these. So I've tried doing the tricks, like, using the pocket knife to open it up without getting damage, or I think it was on the credit card, but some, as you'll see later on, the fold and the flap here just gets so, like this little flap here, it gets just so like deep under this flap that you just kind of have to force it a little bit and deal with the setback. So anyway, here's the box one more time before I open it up. Again, it's really nice looking. It's a big boy, big case. And just here's my hand to kind of go right in front of it to give like a size comparison. So, okay. All right, so now let's go through it. And I don't even know if I have this organized correctly as far as the contents, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so first, let's go with the game itself. I'm going to move this off to the side. And so this is what the case comes in. Very nice. I really like this, the kind of stone color they gave on this outer case here. And even the time they took to give this engraving. It's very nice. I really, really like that. Kind of a similar thing. I'm going to have to figure out how to, I want to display it like on a cabinet, like this somehow on one of the shelves, but figuring out where and how exactly is going to be a challenge. But anyway, I digress. Again, you have it here right now, or as well. Looks very nice. Here's the game box itself in an old school NES form. Really nice looking. I absolutely love it. So, kind of look at it, admire. It's got like the side thing here, just like an old school NES thing, which is very nice. I do have some thoughts regarding it, which I will get to. It has like a little back thing, like as if it's an old school game. It's like you almost feel like a kid. For those of you that grew up in the 80s and the early 90s, kind of makes you feel like a kid with having the games in this old school kind of casing. It's like the little piece of history. It's kind of like what they did was they put, like, even though Fire Emblem was only a Japanese exclusive way back, but they kind of like found a way to pseudo incorporate it into like the American history that it has. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's really cool. I really, really appreciate this. So it's got all the descriptions on here, just like the original one, and then there's the French again. So same thing. I kind of bent on focus. Oh, come on. So I bent the flap thing here opening up. So this one in particular, when I first tried to open this, and you might even still see it a little bit now, but the little flap, it was under the side flap here, so much so that I tried using the pocket knife or the credit card to get it out, and I just couldn't have any luck. So I just had to kind of force this. My one criticism of boxes nowadays, I wish they found a way to make it easier to open them without breaking or bending the flap thing, just like what I'm doing right now. If any of you guys have a better solution to, oh my god, get through this problem, please let me know in the comments. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Why? I don't know how. If somebody knows, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sure some collector fanboy who is seeing this, who is much more dedicated than I am, is just screeching. He's really reeing right now at the sight of this and at my incompetence, but I'm sorry. Anyway, so what the game comes with is very cool. I will show you. But I do have some criticisms and complaints. Let's talk about... actually, one thing before I get to it, you'll notice... I don't want to take it out because I'm too lazy. There's like a little cardboard thing at the bottom there. It's a little tough. There we go. So you kind of see that cardboard there. That is for the glass display NES, an NES game cartridge here, which I will talk about later. Is to kind of make it even with the box when you're standing at like the height, because there's not enough room to put it there equally. So let's put that off to the side for now. Let's just talk about the simpler contents. First, you have a map, a poster of the map of Arcanea. Again, very nice. It's very cool, like an old school look, which I really appreciate. And then on the other side, you have a list of all the, I think it's all the bosses that you come across in the game. It's a list of all the bosses and their stats. And then the bottom right's the final boss, but you don't get a clear image of it. It's all kind of blurred out a little bit. The only thing about having like a double-sided image is that, I mean, where do you put this, you know? I'm going to frame it and hang it up on a wall. And I'm not going to, I mean, who cares about the bosses here with their pixel art? I'm going to frame it with the map and just let the other side be hidden there. Because again, who's going to put this on display at all? I mean, I certainly won't. So, okay. So that's the first thing there. There's another poster that comes with it. It's kind of like a Americanized version of a Nintendo Power cover of the first Fire Emblem game. And the same thing, and then on the other side, it has an English and a French page of the same thing, kind of like giving tips in the game. The first one is, who do you pick, Samson or Aran, is it? The other, like, Cavalier guy. And then the second one is actually a little cheat code that you can do for a nice little Easter egg. I don't want to spoil it, though, so you guys can look it up yourself if you're curious. So, this is a little instruction manual. Again, super cool. I love the old school sword and shield artwork. That is the coolest. I really love that. That is such a nice little touch to it. And it's just a regular plain old back. And then going through it, it's just like the story. It looks like the original thing. It looks like an original, like NES, like as if it came out authentically back in 1990. Like the controls for the game and how to play and all of that. The units, what all the things on the map, you know what an instruction manual is. Before we had a tutorial, so to speak. And also, I'm a weirdo and I love smelling new stuff. Like, you ever get like a new video game or a new book You just like to get a good whiff of it. It has that new book or video game smell. I love it. So maybe I'm just crazy, but anyway, so all that stuff there. The artwork of the characters, the old school kind of janky looking artwork. So blah blah blah, and then there's the same thing in French. So really about half of this, half of what you see here, like the first half is the English, the second half is the French. Again, I don't know why they chose French specifically, but I guess that's just how it is. And then the one really cool thing to talk about or to mention is this game case here. It comes with, first off, the original, or like kind of case thing that you used to store NES cartridges in. I don't remember it being so glossy, the red here, because I do have some originals that I've grown up with, and I don't remember. It's like a shiny, almost holographic, like a metallic red. This video camera doesn't do it justice in the lighting. If you saw it in person, it'd make a little more sense. The ones that I have are not quite so, shiny. They're a little bit more clear, kind of plain looking. Here's the cartridge itself. Very cool. It looks gorgeous. I absolutely love this. Then hopefully this won't blur when I get it up closer. Yeah, it's a little blurry, but again, super, super cool. It just, oh man, this looks great. Except for that, which I'll talk about in a second. But I mean, you can even see how they kind of cut on an angle here on the top, on the side, just like again, an old school NES cartridge. And then here, it's just like a little decal. It's kind of like printed or painted on there. It's not actually engraved. It would have been kind of nice if they engraved it. And then same thing. This is just printed on there or painted on. That's just a reflection. Yeah, that's it for reflection. My only criticism that I have with this is this sticker. As cool as it looks, as you can tell, it's kind of like stuck on the back. So clearly, however they made this, they just had a sticker and just like, okay, there you go. A little bit of a nitpick, but still, because I realized, getting this, that if you either, God forbid, if you like drop this or something, or if someone wanted to be a real asshole, they could just like scratch this off and damage it. So if you're not careful, this artwork here could be susceptible to damage, which that kind of bothers me. I really wish they found a way to put this like on the inside of the cartridge maybe. Or just some way so that this part wouldn't be exposed. Because if you touch this is paper, like sticker or paper. You can clearly touch and feel this surface. And this is like what, glass? Glass or some kind of nice plastic. I'm pretty sure it's glass. But anyway. So that's my first criticism of this. Well, my main one. But the thought occurred to me today. What would actually be really cool if what they did instead, maybe, was instead of having this like glass NES cartridge, instead actually make a replica of an NES cartridge of Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light, and actually have it so that if you have an old school NES, you can just put it in there, and then it would actually play on an old school TV. Wouldn't that have been cool? A missed opportunity. Definitely a missed opportunity by Nintendo and Intelligent Systems. Even if you couldn't like put it in the NES to play, at least make it so just to look like an old school cartridge. Like with the parts and everything. And then this sticker could be on the front instead of on the back. That's my one kind of thought about it. I don't know. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments. Because again, I think it'd be cool. But again, it looks super cool. I will admit, I don't really get the point of this case. Like when I put this on display, it's gonna be out because again, it just looks so pretty and gorgeous. It kind of defeats the purpose to put it in here and then have that on display. It just doesn't do it justice. So, okay. And then lastly, let's get to the other big one here. Get to the the book that it comes with, which is the Legacy of Arcanea. It's the art book and describing like the history of the Arcanea saga and like a lot of artwork and over the years. So the cover is amazing. I absolutely love it. It is super gorgeous. First, the color palette. The black, dark blue, and gold is just, oh, this looks great. When I first saw this, I was just gushing over it. On the side too, you get like a similar thing. This is just absolutely awesome. I can't get enough of this. I think they made a really smart choice, and I love the look of the dragon. I don't know if that's Medeus, or a different dragon of some sort, but again, really cool looking dragon they put there. Super cool cover. I might like it a little bit better than some of those Zelda books. A little controversial opinion, but oh well. Here's just the back. I was like a little speck on there, kind of seems, but just a plain old back, but I don't mind at all. Same thing. It smells amazing when you open it up and give it a good old whiff. Here's those same pixelated dragons again. That was on the box. And let's see here. Again, more stuff here. Table of contents here. They show you some pictures of like the original Japanese box and cartridges, which is super cool. Obviously, if you can kind of tell, I'm like holding this in front of the camera with the camera in front of me. So, little map, the story, like the lore. You see all the old school artwork. Again, more artwork, more story, more maps. Let me see. Is there anything cool here I want to talk about? Yeah, again, just more maps. Let's talk about some of the artwork that's in here. So, as you can see. Oh, yeah, and then there's like one, it was like a satellite game. I think Fargas did a video on this. I can't remember, but one of those Fire Emblem YouTubers. So that's kind of cool. They mentioned that in there. Here's the artwork. A lot of these characters are actually from, I think, was Norn in the original? Was in Shadow Dragon? I can't remember. But anyway, they just show you all the artwork of characters from Shadow Dragon, Mystery of the Emblem, and then the other appearances. They also have artwork from Cypher. Actually, it was the first card game. Fire Emblem had a card game before the Cypher one. So all the artwork from that. So all the characters and whatnot. I'm not going to bore you with all of that. Then more artwork. Minerva, the sisters, and all that. Actually, let me just show. I don't think I got a good shot of Minerva there. So, yeah. Anyway, let me see here. Yeah, all the old school stuff here. Then, before I get to, yeah, they also have the. Okay, I thought there was something I wanted to mention, but nope. Anyway, then they have the artwork from Fire Emblem Heroes. At least all the ones that made appearances up to now, which is a lot of them, if not most of them. So even their like seasonal alts. So yeah, most of them there. And then, so same thing. I noticed they don't show their damaged artwork for some of these characters. Maybe they thought it would have been a little risque, but oh well. Anyway, those are the alts. And now here's all the artwork for the new Cypher card game that came out. So again, very detailed, very extensive. I think of like every card that's come out. So very nice, very intense. It's cool to have it all here. My only criticism with this section of the book, actually my only criticism with this book, which I will get to, but Abel's artwork right there just looks so weird. Like it just does not look like Abel. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, there's a few characters in here that don't look quite normal. Yeah, just look totally different. Let me see here. Yeah, actually, who is that? I don't know. It's not. Okay, it's from Mystery of the Emblem, which I never played. But yeah, so you can kind of see here. Hopefully, kind of turn it there. Again, artwork from all the characters. I'm going to from both Shadow Dragon and Mystery of the Emblem. Again, it's kind of neat what they do here. Just having that all there. My one criticism in this book. So in this section here. So when they get to the, again, I think it's the White Wing Sisters. They have it, a fold-out page right here. Was that really necessary? Did you have to put in a fold-out page like this? I feel like that this is kind of risking to get damaged, and you can even tell by looking at the corner here. And this is like fresh out of the box. I've only opened this book and looked through it one time, literally, before recording this now. You can already see wear and tear on that one page there. So if you're gonna go through it regularly, you might risk like really kind of wearing out that edge in the corner here on that part. So again, I have no idea why they thought that was a good idea. They should have just kept it. They should have just kept it like just all individual pages. You know, why not just leave it all individual? So anyway, so that is the book. That is pretty much the gist of it. So I have one more thing to critique about this whole collection. So I'm kind of stupid. When I first heard the announcement, when they first announced this, I thought that they were going to put both Shadow Dragon and Mystery of the Emblem for download, like to play. So I thought they would have like a localized version of the direct sequel to this game, which I think it was on the Super Famicom, which I'm realizing now that was not the case. A little bit bummed about that because I've played Shadow Dragon on the Nintendo DS way back, and I loved it. I think that game is severely underrated, at least a little bit I've seen from the Fire Emblem community. And if you're going to make a book that says The Legacy of Arcanea, but you're not going to allow the players to play Mystery of the Emblem, then that's kind of like saying, oh, Legacy of Arcanea, Part 1, but I don't know, how long do we have to wait to get a localized version of Mystery of the Emblem? I just want to play an English version of the direct sequel to this game. Like, am I asking for much here? And I'm not. And for those of you who say just look up a mod or an emulator, I don't do that. I like to get the original thing. So that is one little criticism I do have. It's a little bit of my stupidity too to not realize it. But yeah, so that's kind of. It would have been nice if they just included both of them. Would it have been that much to ask? So. But anyway, I have been playing the game on the Switch. There's also another card. Actually, I don't know where it went now that I think about it. Maybe I put it somewhere. There's like a little card that comes in here too that, what am I saying? I have a brain fart here. Oh, a little card for the download code. To put the download code for this game. Yeah, it's blurry, but you get it. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say. So, I've been playing it online, or not online. I've been playing the game. It's great. A lot of fun, very old school. So let's wrap up a couple of things really quick. Here's the poster that I framed up. So it looks like the old school cover, and on the other side it's got like a page like telling you how to play the game. So yeah, there's that. All right. So, in conclusion, should you get the 30th year anniversary of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light? At least, should you have gotten the collector's edition? Because chances are, if you're trying to get it now, it's probably sold out. So, my short answer, because I'm low on battery. Well, anyway, my audio is still here, so I'll just freeze the frame that I had there, so you get the idea. So should you get the pack? Well, the pack itself, the collector's edition, is just shy of 30, or it's shy of $60. So you're paying a little bit under that. I'd say around $55, $58 for this whole thing. So is it worth it? If you are a huge Fire Emblem fan, like me, or some of those Fire Emblem YouTubers out there, then definitely. I think it's totally worth it. Most of your money is basically going into the glass Fire Emblem NES cartridge and the book. That's where most of the money is going anyway. Oh, excuse me. So, that's where the money is going. And if you're a huge Fire Emblem fan, totally. However, if you're just like a casual fan of the series and it's just piqued your interest, then the collector's edition's an easy pass. You're not missing much. You're not missing out on anything by skipping on the pass. I don't think it might not be worth the money for you personally. And I would just download the game online. Just buy the game, the digital copy on the Nintendo eShop. And I don't know the exact price, but I'm sure it's way cheaper. So yeah, that's about it. So if you like this and these little collection displays, if I ever come across them and you're curious, then just comment and let me know. Otherwise, well, that's about it. So let me know what you think in the comments, and then we'll just take things from there. So, okay. I will see you guys around. Take care.